We're going to run your test today on the shredder granulator combination unit. This is the material you sent to us. It's a very rubbery type material. What the 600 series is you have a shredder up here, and that's driven by an 11 kW direct drive motor, and then the granulator portion is down below, driven by a 7.5 kW motor. What we have in it, we have a 20 millimeter screen in the top and an 8 millimeter screen in the bottom. With your material, you may want to go to a 10 millimeter, but let's just run the test. But most people who run this type of material go with a little bit bigger screen on it. It's a very simple unit to run. It's all in one. And what you have again is the shredder on top, granulator on the bottom. It has a built-in material handling system, which will take the material and bring it over to its bin over there. And it has a hydraulic ram on it. The ram just pushes down towards the rotor to shred the material. The control panel is really simple. It's just, you turn on, it has a amp meter for the granulator, amp meter for the shredder. If the granulator amps up, it tells the shredder ram to reverse, so you're not overloading the system. If the shredder amps up, it'll pull back the ram as well, so you're not getting overload. This is our lab unit. We don't have a conveyor on it. This is a hand-fed unit, but they also come with conveyors if you would like. So turn it on. It's simple, just a blower. Which activates this part of the system, sucks the material out of the material bin, and brings it over. Then the granulator. Shredder hydraulics. This runs your hydraulic pack, which is located right here. And then the shredder portion. So I have everything running on the system. Everything sounds fine. I'm going to stop the video, then we're going to start loading material for you. All right, Paul, let's start the load of material. You ready, Paul? All right. I'm going to put another one in. Throw that guy in too. We'll give it something to chomp on. I'm going to take a view inside. Slowly going through the system. Here it's coming out in the particle form over here. I'm going to save this piece here. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it with a larger shredder screen, which will provide more throughput. We have a 20 millimeter shredder screen there now, which is taking a little more time than normal to process it through. Just going through the granulator without any problems. No big heat, no big issues. But the shredder, I think a larger screen would do us a lot better on the shredder side. Yeah, it's going through it, but it's not falling through fast enough. It's over shredding the material. But once it gets down to the grinder, it's coming out. It's not hot. It's not really no difficult portion to it. So I think I'm going to do is just run this, and then we're going to switch out the shredder screen to a larger screen to see how the it goes. Should improve it. I opened the screen up, the front panel, just to show what's going on. Here's your material. What it's doing, it's staying between the rotor and the screen. These holes are not big enough to do it, but the granulator portion, whenever it got through, the granulator didn't have any problems processing that material. So it's the screen level. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the larger screen. This is a 30mm screen right here. And so this screen level should help us get more material through because the screen size is much larger. We take the size here, the size here, and you give the material a better chance to actually go through and reach down into the granulator portion. So we're going to take a few minutes here, change out this screen, put in a new screen, and then run your test again. We've changed the screen. We're going to put in this large piece. I'm just going to film the whole process. Ready, Paul? What the material looks like coming out on the other side. This material is with an 8mm screen. It's coming out fairly small. If we went to a 10mm, you get a little faster rate out of it. I just want to make sure we solve the issue up here where the shredder, we have a variety of different shredder sizes. Working its way through much better than it did with the 20mm. And the granulator is having no problem at all with the material. I think if we went with a 50mm in the shredder side, you would have much more activity. And the reason I say that, if you look at the amp rates on both products or both motors, is not very high. So we went with a larger screen over here, we can actually raise up your amp rate on your granulator, which means you get a little bit more throughput. So I'll continue to process this, and then we'll show you another video. We finished with your test, and this is how it came out. This took about 20 minutes to run, so I'll just give you kind of the size of the bin. It took around 20 minutes to run, and attaches your particle size. Two things we would do if you want to bring more material. I could try it with the other way. The other two things is, one is put in a 50mm screen on the shredder side. That would improve the throughput through the shredder. And then the granulator, take a look at these particle sizes. I think you might want to go with the 10mm screen instead of the 8 that we had in there, and that would help you out with your throughput and increase the throughput rate. But I'll bag this up and send it to you, and you can kind of make your own assessment. If you want us to run more, we can run more, but I think that's something we would do. to improve the overall throughput through the machine. But the machine had no problem handling it once we changed from the 20 millimeter screen to the 30 millimeter screen. It processed everything fairly easily, but I think we'll get better throughput if we put in a 50 millimeter screen in the shredder and then go with a 10 millimeter screen in the granulator.